What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and this is episode 19 of the Adamantium process. In this episode, we're going to feature a variety of different teams. And our very first team is going to be Infiltrator Phoenix and Squirrel Girl. We're also wearing the Bruiser Power Armor, and we're trying out some different weapons here. We're actually using the Mimic. Now, since we get Squirrel Girl to have the very first turn, we have a pretty tough decision. That's, who do we exhaust on the enemy team? Should we get their agent, rescue, or Cyclops? And there really isn't a bad choice here, but we decide to go ahead and hit their agent. And the reason is because he's going to attack first. So let's go ahead and hit him. We'll put Exhausted and Pain on him. Next, we wanted to use the Mimic to hopefully gain some extra turns for our agent. And that'll happen whenever you protect. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't work out quite the way we wanted it to. Still, we are going to hit Cyclops, and then we'll wait and see what their agent does. If he uses a quick action item, which he does, he uses the scroll, he's going to be done with his turn. So I think it was a pretty good use of Squirrel Girl's level 1. Now with Phoenix, we're going to try the stun rescue. And hopefully that works. And it did. Rescue stun so she won't even get a turn. So right now we only have to worry about Cyclops. And we know exactly what he's going to do. He's going to use Evasive Maneuvers. Well, at least we knew his first move. We would have guessed a Mega Optic Blast was coming. Instead, he does use Exploit Weakness. Now the good news about Squirrel Girl's turn is she can use her level 2, and there will be no retaliation. So even though they have combat expertise, they will not counterattack. And it says that right at the top of her ability. So we can use Furry Fury on pretty much anyone we want. We're going to focus on that agent. So we attack him with the squirrels, and we gain Acorn power. Now on our agent's turn, we could either choose to attack their agent, that is after using the scroll, or we could use the Emerald Prism. Normally I would use the Prism, but their agent has flanked on them, and I think that we can finish him off. So let's go ahead and make sure he doesn't get another turn, if we can. We take him so close, he only has 631 HP, but he does survive. So that was kind of a bad break right there. But he definitely won't make it past another attack. So with Phoenix's turn, we're going to use her Psy Blast to finish that agent. And normally we would keep him around, since like I said, he only needs a little hit to be killed. But they do have rescue. So she would have healed him and placed a shield, and we don't want to even deal with that. So if rescue's on the other team, make sure you just finish them off, and don't leave them with just a little bit of health, because she can bring them back from the brink of death. And I think that was pretty funny right there. Squirrel Girl did hit rescue, and placed Exhausted, and that quickly brought her turn to an end. Now on Doreen's turn, we're going to use Nuts to this, and consume that Acorn power. Unfortunately, she does miss the very first one. Now hopefully she gets the next two. So the second one was successful, and then she avoids the third, so that's pretty bad luck right there. But we still can use her level 9, or we can just go ahead and exhaust Cyclops. I guess we'll go ahead and save that level 9 for maybe if we get more stacks of Nutty. We'll just hit Cyclops with her level 1. Now that it's our agent's turn, I think we're going to use the Mimic, and at least that'll give us an opportunity to protect and possibly gain extra turns. So we will target rescue with the Mimic. Then we're going to try to finish off rescue with a Psy Blast, and I think this may be a pretty close call. I'm not quite sure if we can take her out. You know what, let's use Telekinesis instead. And at least we got the stun. So we took her down to 283 health. Yet another close call here, just like with the agent, but at least we stunned her. And then we did get hit with a pretty vicious Mega Optic Blast. So we're going to have to try to finish off rescue right now. And then hopefully we don't get incapacitated. If we make it through both of these turns without getting incapacitated, we may very well be able to finish Cyclops. Well, especially since Squirrel Girl is going to take another turn here. but she's missing her nuts to this. At least we got one, and then of course Incap kicks in. But a vicious Warbringer hit for 23k takes Cyclops really close to death. Now it's just up to Phoenix to finish him, and a Psy Blast will do it. Now moving on to the second battle, we're using a different team. This is Captain America and Colossus, and you may also recognize this from the Team Spotlight video. This was an extra fight that I kind of wanted to throw in the other episode, but it just didn't fit. So instead, we put it in the Adamantium Process episode. And truthfully, I really did like this team. They felt invincible at times. Any team where you don't have to worry about Phoenix Fire that much is a powerful one. And with this team, I can just take that Phoenix Fire. Especially if I have Emerald Prism and a few stacks of increased defense. You will notice that I do attack Cyclops, and that's because I hate him so much. Incapacitation is just really powerful, so we're going to go after him right from the start. The only bad thing is their agent's probably going to use that Shepherd's Staff and restore him back to full health anyway. So let's just wait and see what their agent does. Instead he uses the Savant Spear, so he's going to get counterattacked twice. First by a Shield Bash, then he's going to get hit by a Leading Strike, so he's taken quite a bit of damage just from counterattacks. Now it's going to be Cyclops' turn. So we know what to expect first, Evasive Maneuvers, and then really he's capable of doing anything. I'm hoping he does a single target attack though. And it looks like he does. So he does exploit weakness, and we're definitely going to be counterattacking with a Shield Bash. Alright, so Phoenix is going to be using Phoenix Fire on her very first turn. This normally would be a terrible thing, but with our team, we don't have to worry. We'll just take that in stride. Then we get to use the Scroll Vankilob, so we're going to remove that Soul Fire anyway. And the best part is, the Emerald Prism made sure that Soul Fire didn't remove our buffs. So on our agent's turn, we will remove all their buffs, and we're going to take off Soul Fire from our team. Then we're going to use the Warbringer Axe on Cyclops. It does 46,000 damage, and now Death and Rebirth is going to be procced, and their entire team is capable of being finished. So I'm thinking on Captain America's turn that we're going to use an AoE attack, the Shield Throw. So it'll finish Cyclops, and do a decent amount of damage to both of the other two. Now with Colossus, we would love to finish their agent. A Decimate may do the trick, but we're kind of worried about missing. So I may go with this level 1 and just hope it has enough damage. So let's go ahead and use Steel Fists on their agent, and hopefully he can do at least 16,000 damage. Looks like it's going to be close. He takes him down, but he doesn't finish him. So it does look like they're going to get another round to live. He finally uses that Shepherd's Staff and heals their team a little bit. Then he's going to bring out the Warbringer Axe. But he actually signed his own death warrant, because this Shield Bash finishes him off. Right after this Psy Blast, we're going to get 3 attacks, if needed, and we'll definitely be able to end this battle. So another win in the books for Impenetrable Defense, aka the Immovable Objects. For the third PvP battle, we're actually going to switch up our team once again. We're going to go back to a subscriber squad. And this was the Red Hulk and World War Hulk. We love starting the battle with that double War Frenzy, but at this point their agent's going first, so he may remove it. And that's exactly what he does. So that's kind of a buzzkill right there. Then he goes into astral form by using the Sinister Sceptre. The good news is he's not a protector. I was really worried at first because it would be a pretty frustrating battle if he was. It's not like I have any psychic attacks on this team, or anything that'll penetrate phased. But since he did use that scroll early, we're going to use the Power Cell Mark III, and then the Void Generator. So that's going to put a shield on our entire team. And that's definitely the bright side of him using the scroll first turn. We also do a pretty nice hit on Phoenix. Now with Phoenix's turn coming up, we're just hoping that she doesn't use Telekinesis. And she doesn't. She actually uses Psy Blast. That penetrates our Void Shield, but it does give us Hulk Up and War Frenzy. Now on Red Hulk's turn, he's going to get 2 attacks because of that blaster. So I'm not sure if they designed her to be a blaster, or if the game changed it on them. But either way, Tactical Maneuvers is a team killer. You do not want to give your opponent 2 turns. In fact, because of that, Red Hulk's going to finish her and proc Death and Rebirth. Now we're just hoping that our Hulk gets to finish her off. And by that, I mean for good. So we're just hoping we don't get stunned, and instead, their Hulk goes with a Thunderclap. So we're free to go ahead and try to finish Phoenix. We may be able to do it with an AoE attack, so that is something to think about, even though their agent wouldn't get hurt because he's in astral form. So on second thought, we just use a Rage Punch. It does a ton of damage, and Phoenix is gone. And then their agent brings himself out of phased. And of course the AI does that every time. They're not too smart with it. So now he's free to be targeted by anyone. With our agent, I'm not sure whether we should use Emerald Prism or just attack. But I guess we will use that Prism. Since Hulk is fully buffed up, 5 stacks of Hulk Up and 3 War Frenzy. He's going to do so much damage. With Red Hulk, we're really debating which move to do. And what I think we're going to use is Bulwark. So let's go ahead and use that, and just keep him as a protector right now. Now after their Hulk's turn, he's going to Thunderclap Red Hulk for hardly any energy. And then our Hulk is going to get to do some major damage, like I said. So let's use a Titanic Hurl. We'll hit both of their characters, and potentially stun them. And you see how much damage that does. It's pretty crazy. It almost one-shots Hulk and takes their agent down to 11k. On top of that, he is stunned. So we should be able to finish them off, first with our agent and a Void Generator shot to Hulk, and then Red Hulk should be able to take out their agent. Or we could pass and try to do an epic overkill on him. So let's see. Let's go ahead and recharge. Now we're going to do that big level 2, Hulk Smash. A 50k epic overkill. And that brings us to our final battle of the video. And it's against a really unique team. I never dreamt I'd see Spider-Woman and Punisher together. But I wanted to show off Iron Fist and Juggernaut. And I think someone actually requested that a while back. I've used them together before, but I really enjoy it. And I think the footage in the battles come out pretty good. With Juggernaut, we're definitely going to start with this Surge of Sidorak. And then they actually have at least 2 Scrappers on their team. And of course, Punisher can become a Scrapper. So we're going to get enraged and we're going to do some major damage. Maybe we shouldn't have targeted their agent quite yet though, because he was able to preemptively hit us with the hard knocks. Now it's going to be Spider-Woman's turn. Let's see what she does with the AI controlling her. First, she does use Vengeance, and then Fear Pheromones. Now just wait until you see the power of Iron Fist, especially when teamed up with Juggernaut. We're going to use his level 9 and unlock 5 Fingers of Death. Then we're going to hit that 45k full health Punisher, and watch what happens. I pretty much could have my pick of which character to hit, and either one would go down. There you see Punisher, Fatal Blow kicks in, and he's gone just like that. And Iron Fist does this quite often, but especially with Juggernaut's boost, he can easily take someone from 100% to 0. With our agent, we're going to use the Neurotrope, and then the Emerald Prism. So that's going to keep Iron Fist buffed, it's going to keep the Neurotrope buffs on everyone, and we should be able to finish this last battle with some pretty big hits. Now let's see who their agent decides to target. Either way, he's going to get counterattacked. So he does hit Iron Fist, and Iron Fist will counterattack with his combo. That does huge damage, and gets a massive overkill. Next, we one-shot Spider-Woman. So those two pretty big hits are going to end the video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I do want to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos.